Hey, Lorian here, and thanks for joining us. It is my mission and purpose to empower everyday people to become entrepreneurs and live life on their terms. And tonight we've got a special guest joining us, Lee Campbell. She has an incredible story of how she went from a single mum to that was in debt, living on her own, and living on a pension, struggling to get by, to debt-free, traveling the world, earning over $3,000 a month, and just enjoying life again. So I can't wait to share that story with you. I'm just going to invite Lee along. Awesome. So I can see everyone jumping on. Let us know. So guys, as you're jumping on, if this is something that you would love to hear about, then let us know. Drop in the comments, say yes, hit us some love, show Lee some love. Hey, there she is.
Hey.
Awesome.
Am I the right way around? It's all good.
I'm just getting these comments so I can see them. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, we can see you. All good, all good. How's your day been? What's been happening?
It's been amazing. We've just I've just been inspiring other people with their health, and I've been to the gym and had a good workout. It's been great.
Awesome. You got the kids back on the exercise bike. I know Jackson last night was watching TV in the background of our event.
Our event, I know, and they're still in the background now, so hopefully we'll have some no distractions for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, it's awesome. No, it's awesome. And, I think that's what I love about what we do is, you can do it around family, and, you've just taken that little bit of time out to jump on this call tonight. And, it's been amazing to watch your journey. And, I feel so proud to have seen, where you've come from. And I won't ruin the story. I'll let you share that. And just, big shout out to everyone that's jumping on here. Now, if you guys can do us a big favor, if you are watching this video live, please drop in the comments below live. And if you're watching the replay, just type replay. We really appreciate your help on that one. Would be amazing. I know that Lee is excited to share her story. Hi, Brooke. Thanks for a shout out there.
Hey,
and if you have someone that should hear this story that you think could impact their life, then share this video with them, tag them in the comments below, let them know. Hey, Brianna, great to see you on there. Awesome, great stuff. So I think we'll just give it a minute before hey, Caroline, hey, let us know where you're tuning in from. Where are you tuning in from? I know that we get people from all over the world jumping on here. I can see all of our teamies jumping on here, which is awesome. Some people from the US, from all over Australia. Hey, Amy, Caitlin, great to see you all guys jumping on to support Lee. That's so good, so good. So, yeah, I know that we were just jumped off another event, which was, pretty cool. So, look, I think we'll start off with maybe Lee, just share a little bit about yourself and kind of like maybe your background a little bit.
Yeah, I can do that. So, I suppose going right back to the beginning, I've had a career for 27 years since I was 19 when I moved to London. And I've actually got some people that just jumped on over in London. So, hey, I had that amazing career that I built up over 27 years. And I got to an amazing level in that company. I used to earn a lot of money, around $100,000 a year over here in Australia. And it was a good life, right? So, things happen. I got to go away. I got to do whatever I wanted. And I had that freedom of choice before I started a family. But then, as you know, when you start a family, your priorities change, and, you get married, and I bought a house with my then husband, and we had that amazing family lifestyle. But obviously things don't stay like that forever, right? So, I got to a stage where we'd bought the house and we had the dogs and, the family. and we've still got an amazing relationship. Obviously, I am not with him anymore. I'm a single mum. And when I had my 2 kids, life changed completely. I lost my, I felt like I lost my independence a little bit. You know, you look after 2 kids at home, and everything changed. I was a very independent person before I had the kids, and then I couldn't go anywhere. We were on a single income with, you know, me and my husband, and we didn't hardly go anywhere at all. There was no overseas holidays. There was, you know, no extra choices that we could have in the family. It was just sort of living day to day. And then when I made the decision to separate from it.
Is anyone here feel like they're living day to day, living week to week? You know, drop a 1 in the comments below if that's you. And like, I've been there. Lee's been there, guys. So we feel you. Yes. So Lee, continue.
Yeah, like even when you are in that relationship with somebody, like obviously I'm not now, but even back then, looking back, we struggled every single week to get through, every single week. And then obviously it gets worse when you decide that that life isn't what you really hoped it would be for one reason or another. I made the decision to leave because I wanted to create a better life for me as I thought it would be. But yeah, it's a struggle. I went then down to a $440 a week pension from the government. So like, to give you an idea, when you're living off $440 a week, I am living in a rental unit on the Gold Coast, and it's $410 a week for rent. So it really doesn't give you many choices at all, when you've got to add on car expenses and electricity and insurance and food. And, you know, having that lifestyle to go from totally independent, $100,000 a year, buying as many things as I wanted to go shopping and, you know, do all that fun stuff that I love to do, to then go to nothing for 7 years. My eldest is now 7. And I left my husband 2 years ago. So we kind of struggled for about 5 years.
So guys, if you felt like that, if you felt like you've struggled, if you felt like you've lived week to week, if you've, you know, gone from maybe creating some nice income to living on next to nothing, hit that thumbs up button, because, you know, we feel you. You know, we've been there. I've been there. And that's why we're so passionate about sharing these stories with you and empowering everyday people to become entrepreneurs and live life on their terms. So, Lee, continue. You're on a roll.
So, like, something that I suppose was one of my qualities when I was at work is that I actually loved it. I loved my job. I loved the people and connecting and, you know, actually going and doing that kind of stuff. Although I was working on someone else's dream. That was the biggest thing. So when I finally left, I did have this freedom in a way that I'm like, oh, this is really nice. I get to do what I want and I get to cruise around with the kids, but the choices weren't there. And I love money. I love shopping. I like, really, like, stick some comments down in there who actually love shopping. I like spending money.
Is there any ladies out
like
there who
making
love
money?
to shop? Drop a little emoji, a little handbag emoji or something in the comments below if you love to shop.
Like, it's one of my goals, and I suppose it's a lot of women's goals, but when you've got children in the mix, they do have to become a priority, but it doesn't stop you from dreaming about all of the things that you want to have, right? And I wanted to travel. I obviously did travel when I was younger, and I moved to London when I was 19 and shopped in London. It was amazing, but I missed that. So not only did I miss the people connection that I had in my job, but I also missed the shopping and the travel. I did used to travel in my old jobs as well. So maybe that was something that I loved before that I was now missing out on. So, you know, when I had the kids and we went to that single income, I was just at home, basically. My ex-husband used to have to move around a lot with his work. So we actually moved interstate. I think it was 9 times in 4 years we moved. So we packed everything up, took the kids, took the dogs, had the massive expense of moving to then start and rebuild all over again. So, you know, when I finally come back here and said, oh, I can't do it anymore, I'm not living like this anymore. I don't know whether it made it worse going to a single income, because I think I had less money. So, you know, when I came across this opportunity, like, it took me a while, obviously, to, you know, to be skeptical as I am. Like, all of my friends know that I always look into stuff 100%. I don't do anything that I don't want to do. Here I am being independent. Don't tell me what to do.
And I think, you know, I think being skeptical is human nature. Like, that's a good thing. You know, that's kept us alive for thousands of years ago, that we're on the side of caution. But, you know, skepticism can also take away opportunity. You know, it's healthy, but it can also hold us back as well. And, you know, I was massively skeptical as well. I'd been burnt in the past. I'd had been ripped off and, you know, lied to and cheated and stolen from in the past. So I think, you know, we've all been burnt. And, you know, I'm so grateful that I was, you know, open enough to just, you know, take a look, get more information, get education, because I could see so many people out in the world becoming entrepreneurs and doing incredible things. And I know, you know, how much my life has changed, and, you know, seeing your journey and what you've been able to achieve, you know, there's no denying that. And if you have a look in the world right now, people are waking up. You know, the system is broken, where we're told to go to school, get a job, go to university, get a job. Like, who here went to university and actually uses their degree? That, you know, but we're led into debt, you know. And, you know, times are changing. People are waking up. You know, talk to any, you know, 15-year-old, 19-year-old, 20, like, there's 17-year-old, you know, millionaires right now that have just, you know, come up with technological ideas. The world is changing, and I think there's no denying that. And guys, what's scary is that in the next 5 to 10 years, 9 billion people will be out of work due to artificial intelligence. Now, I don't pull these numbers out of nowhere. This comes from world leaders. If your job can be done by a robot, it most likely will be in the next 5 to 10 years. They're already passing laws to have self-driven vehicles on the road. Do you know how many thousands of jobs are in the transport industry alone, let alone agriculture, and even have a look, right, how much agriculture's changed. Robots already run agriculture a lot too, and it's becoming more and more and more. So, Lee, continue.
Yeah, so, like, one thing that I had this big realization check, it was maybe about, would have been when Jackson was 4, so about 3 years ago, is that I just thought, I just can't live at home with the 2 kids. They drove you bonkers. And I love them to bits, but when you spend every single day with them, I missed that people contact and I missed the career side of things. So I made the decision to go back to my career. Unfortunately, though, when you have children and you are home for so long with them, I actually wasn't able to go back to my job. My career that I've had and spent money on, I've spent, you know, invested all of my time working for somebody else. They actually told me that I couldn't go back to my job because I'd been out of the industry for too long. So here I was, after having a career for 27 years, I didn't know what I was going to actually do. So when I came across this, I actually was looking for probably more on the health side of things when I first looked at it. And it's made massive changes in our life, absolutely huge, and my families and friends as well. So when I sort of saw that I could do something that I didn't need to have really a lot of experience for. Like I've got the experience that I've had from everything else, and I've just incorporated it in to be able to talk to people and network and meet new friends and go out and actually do new things. So that's been a really cool side of it.
And so what has this business given you?
So over the last 2 years, this business has given me heaps. Like in the beginning, it was just the little things. I was able to go and spend money on stuff. Everyone likes stuff. Who likes stuff?
I saw loads of shoe emojis and handbag emojis and lipstick emojis popping up.
I saw that.
There is some women here that like to shop.
And I just buy stuff because I love it. Doesn't matter what it is, just buy it because it's cool and it's fun. Like, you know, it's therapeutic to go shopping, right? So it gets you away from the kids for a little while, it gets you some nice new shiny things. And like, to me, that's important. It's something that I value. And it was able to give me that in the beginning. It was able to give me discounts on my products that I'm now able to give to my kids that I couldn't afford as a single mum. You know, the products weren't expensive, but when you've got myself and 2 kids, you know, it adds up. So that was cool. And then I just started adding little bits more in. You know, I would do a little bit of travel and I'd go away without the kids. And then I did the epic adventure. I did 4 weeks in the States, no kids. I had my mum come up to look after them for 4 weeks. And I just planned this epic adventure that was on my dream board for, you know, I think it's been on there forever. I've never been to America. I only ever went to London and then came home. And, you know, to be able to do that as a single mum with 2 kids on a single income has been amazing. So, you know, last year, I think I've done more travel in the last year, which I love doing, than I have in the last 10 years. I had to get a new passport, and my passport photo, actually, I think the photo was about 37 kilos heavier. If you go through my Facebook page, yeah, I've lost 37 kilos all up since I was in my actual career, sitting down at a desk, you know, 9-10 hours a day.
Hit Lee some whoa buttons. Smash that whoa button right now if you would love to go to America, to have 4 weeks away from your kids, go shopping and look good, feel good, make money and have fun. Like, smash that love button, that whoa button up right now. I mean, that is incredible.
Can I love on it myself? Because I'm just about to book. Well, I've actually booked, I think in the last 2 weeks, I think I've booked 3 more adventures.
That's so good. What have you got coming up? Tell us about what you've got coming up.
So this year I was able to, or something that's been important over the last year that I've never done before in my whole life, is that I kind of lost a little bit of me. So the last year I've really been investing a little bit of money that I've been making from my business back into myself. So I've invested in the Tony Robbins Mastery University course. So I've already done UPW in Sydney last year, which was awesome. And I've been able to now, we've just booked into Cairns for a date with Destiny with 3 of my team, which is awesome. So we're going to that in May. We've got Noosa in 2 weeks' time, and I think that, can you remind me how many people are going? Is it about 300 of us?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah.
We're going to have fun anyway. And, you know, this is the part of the job that I love. It's the, you know, hanging out with people, making new friends, partying. I love a party. Who doesn't love a party? We get to go shopping.
If you like to party,
America.
If you guys like to party,
I'll be there.
smash that love button up right now. If you love to let your hair down, have a little bit of fun, get down and boogie. I know that, you know, when we went over to America the last time, we usually go over 1-2 times a year. You know, we booked a big house, a mini mansion. It was kind of like 10-bedroom house, and right next to Disneyland, right next to, not next to Universal Studios, but we went to Universal Beach Studios as well. And we just had the time of our lives with our team. You know, we took 30 of our team over there. It was so much fun, a little bit too much fun. But hey, you've got to live life, you know, you've got to have fun and, you know, a bit of balance, right? This is what we do.
Yeah, I loved it. And look, I was able to go
button.
over there and just meet so many new people. But yeah, so what else is on the cards? Yeah, I think we're just about to book another trip to America. So we're going to Phoenix in April. I can't go for 4 weeks this time, but yeah, 2.5 weeks. Mum's coming to look after the kids again, which is awesome. And yeah, I think, and UPW again in Sydney. So just traveling around a little bit, and I'm just investing time and money into myself to grow myself. Yeah, I totally lost confidence, like being... I think I was 99 kilos at my heaviest. So as you can imagine, you do lose confidence. You lose yourself in all of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know, I always say the best investment I ever made was the investment in myself. And when I started to find coaches and mentors that, you know, taught me things that I didn't learn in school, that taught me how to think, taught me how to make money, taught me how to, you know, coach a team, taught me how to present and stand up, and, you know, not only changed my life, but has changed others. And, you know, I've seen you grow incredibly since I first met you, and it's been an absolute pleasure. And for me, that's what life's all about. You know, that's what's truly fulfilling, and you know, brings meaning into our life. You know, there's a lot of ways to make money, but there's not a lot of ways to make money and make a difference at the same time. And, you know, I think that, so tell me, Lee, what's been your biggest highlight so far on this journey?
Ooh, biggest highlight. The people's lives that I've actually been able to impact and help along the way, I think has been massive. Like I've got so many other mums, well, and guys as well, actually, you know. Jackson decided to get up. I've got so many mums now that are inspired by changing their own lives and fixing their health for their family. That, you know, that's such an amazing thing. And, you know, looking forward, I don't want to live the way that grandparents do now, struggling on their little pension, trying to afford how to eat and can't afford to move into other homes or, you know, things like that. So to be able to know that I can actually look forward to a better future for our family is also like a massive highlight. But yeah, the traveling is definitely one of the big keys for me. I haven't seen a lot of the world, so to be able to go and do that is kind of fun.
Love it. And maybe just I just lost my train of thought there. What do you think are some of the things that have helped you become successful?
Definitely having an amazing mentor, for one. Like, you know, Lorian has just, I don't know, just having that constant support. And you do, so I suppose you don't really get it a lot in traditional businesses because people aren't investing really, like they don't really care whether you succeed or you fail. Where, you know, in this, we just want people to succeed and to be able to change your life. And even just that one little percentage, you know, just every single day, just work on yourself every day to have that support, that if you're feeling down, you know, you've got somebody there on, you know, your level that understands what you're going through, bringing you up through all of that. So definitely like staying close to the fire, as we call it, and just being involved in the community, and yeah, having that contact around you all the time has been really good for me, you know, for mindset wise.
Wow, that's awesome, guys. Hey, if you know some single mamas out there, or some mamas, or even just some people, everyday people that are struggling to get by, or that just feel like they want more out of life, then share this video right now. Hit the share button for us. We'd really appreciate that. We want to impact and empower as many people, everyday people, to become entrepreneurs and show them what's possible for their life. And that's my mission. You know, I was a homeless youth. I didn't finish high school. I didn't think I was that smart. I was heading towards bankruptcy. I was in massive debt. If I can do this, anyone can. And, you know, Lee is a true testament to that. You know, she made a decision to change her life. And so, Lee, you know, what's some of the things that almost held you back from getting started, and how did you overcome them?
Oh, holding me back. Definitely just, probably most of all, I didn't think that I could do something like this. You know, I've always just been that type of person that just follows along with everybody else, and, oh, can I actually really do this? And yeah, I've just stayed consistent, you know, and just into everything, and just gave it as much as I possibly could to, you know, give it a really good couple of years and see what happens. Because, well, what other choice did I have? You know, the choice that I had now, if I had to go back to work tomorrow, to give you a little bit of an idea, I would have to get up really early. The majority of my work would be in Brisbane, which is at least an hour away, if not more, when you go on the train. So I would have to drive the kids to Broadbeach to get them to school before school care. I'd then have to go and work in Brisbane for goodness knows how long, you know, 6-7 hours a day, come home and then sort the kids out, and then do that again 5 days a week. So, you know, to know that I've now flipped that, I can drop them off at school. I go to the gym, sometimes for way too long. But, you know, I get to design my life now around what I want to do, and not what somebody else is telling me to do.
And if you've ever struggled with self-belief, drop a 2 in the comments below. Let us know if you've ever struggled with self-belief. You know, I know that, you know, I've had my own challenges with self-belief, especially when I was a teenager. I didn't, you know, believe in myself. I struggled with my self-worth. I was suicidal. And, you know, having that support network there of people that, you know, believed in me until I believed in myself. And now this is a pay it forward business. Now we get to do that for other people, to believe in you when you don't believe in yourself, that we've got your back, that we're in this together. And I think there's no better feeling when you know that, you know, you've got a tribe behind you, you know, that have got your back no matter what, and they're going to pick you up when you're down. And, you know, Lee, you're rocking it, you know, you're an empowered, independent mama who is now believing in others, like from where you were. I think that's what it's all about, right? Is when we overcome challenges in our lives, it's natural human nature to want to help other people come through those challenges. You know, that's how our species has evolved over millions of years, is from helping people, right? And serving others. So yeah, we're wired that way, you know, we're chemically wired that way. It's awesome. It's awesome. So Lee, what about what are you excited most about in the future?
Oh, not having to go back to work. I think about it all the time. Like, oh my God, could you imagine having to actually sit at a desk again, Lee, all day? And, you know, it's funny because I actually used to monitor people when they were having their toilet breaks and how often they would go out and have smoke breaks and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my God, like, could you imagine? I now I do whatever I want. If I want to go to the shops, I'll go to the shops. If I want to go to the gym, I'll go to the gym. You know, if I want to go in the morning, I will. If I want to go in the afternoon, I will. And I just work my day around that. So I think what I'm looking forward to most of all is not having to go back to that routine and structure of being told what to do every day. Because anyone who knows me, my dad will be the first one to tell you, is that I don't like being told what to do. Probably why I'm single.
Is there anyone else out there that doesn't like being told what to do? If that's you, hit the love button right now. Smash that love button right up if you don't like being told to do it. I know I didn't like my boss telling me what to do either. And I was like, this, not like this. Look, and some people love their jobs. Like, you know, I think the great thing is that we can do this. Like, it's the power of part-time, right? Like, you know, to earn an extra $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month part-time on top of your business, like, that's pretty awesome. Like, that changes people's lives. But for me, it just got to the point where it didn't make sense to go to my job anymore. You know, I was earning multiple six-figure income. And when I went to my job, I was working hard. I wasn't working smarter. I was swapping time for money. And that's what most people out there are doing. They're working harder, not smarter. And so when I started to educate myself and around working smarter and not harder, leveraging my time, earning residual income, you know, that's when things started to really change and open my mind up to the possibilities out there. And yeah, here we are now. And yeah, it's awesome. You know, we've just found out we're pregnant. And we've got a little boy on the way. And I'm so grateful that, you know, I'm going to get to be that dad that takes their kid to school, that picks their kids up, that goes surfing on a Tuesday with them, that, you know, I never would have had that opportunity. You know, if I had to let my skepticism get in the way, then, you know, I wouldn't be here. And, you know, where I was that just, you know, 3.5 years ago wouldn't have been even an option. So, yeah. And so, Lee, I don't know. Is there anything else that you want to share? Like, maybe, what would you like to share with someone? What would you say to someone that's maybe thinking about doing an online business or doing a side hustle or, you know, creating that extra stream of income? What would you say to those people out there?
Like what you were saying before about the income that you can make from this, it's really just, you know, actually getting clear on what it is that you want. Because, you know, I do have some people that are inspired to do this kind of business purely part-time, and they do love their jobs. But sometimes it is just that extra couple of $100 that makes a difference in a mum's life or in a girl's life, because they get to go and spend it and go shopping and not have it impact the rest of their family life and their family money. So, you know, I definitely do have some people that do that. And then, but I want to smash it. I don't want to go back to work. I want to actually have this as my plan A. So, you know, my bit of advice is everybody is different. And what is it that you actually want out of this? Because when you can actually realize that and maybe see the vision of what this could be for you and your family, that was something that was really cool for me to discover.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. What are you most proud of now?
That I don't have to go back to work. What am I most proud of? That probably definitely my self-confidence. You know, Lauren knows that when I first started doing this, I never got onto videos. It was my biggest fear of getting onto videos. So that's probably what I'm most proud of. I'm now doing, not all the time, but I do live videos on my page, and, you know, not even for anybody else, but for me to be able to know that I've done something that I've achieved that I was scared to do before. So it's just that growth of, you know, I love this business with all the personal development that I get. But at the end of the day, I've had to do the work. Nobody's done it for me. I've had the support network to do it, but I've still had to do it myself. But that's what I love about this community. Yeah.
And your team, what are you proud about there?
Oh, all of them. I'm so proud of everybody for, you know, everything that they've achieved. They're all smashing their goals of what they want, and it's been so cool to be able to meet new people. Like I think I've introduced, you know, a certain amount of people, and that's now grown 10 or 15 times the size of what I originally started it to be. And I've met people in this business who, you know, actually are friends with other people that I know, and we've created these other little networks. And then I've met people that I would never have met before. And I love that. And, you know, we've now created, you know, beautiful friendships out of that. And it's so cool. And I love that connection that I've been able to have with team members, you know, because I wasn't getting that as a mum before. I was sitting at home, and like a lot of mums will know that it was actually a struggle just half the time get out of the house in the morning. You got to pack up all the food, pack up all of the bags, pack the nappies. And like, by the time you do all that, you may as well just stay at home. And well, that was what my mindset was thinking. So you never actually, well, I never went out of the house half the time. So yeah, just being able to be part of that.
And I know that we've got a lot of people in our team and in our company tuning in from all over the world, and they want to know the secret sauce. What's 3 tips that you could give someone right now to become successful in a business like this?
3 tips.
What's your 3 biggest tips?
Play full out. Like, actually, if you're going to decide to do it and you want this as your plan A, then do it. Follow this, what the successful people have done. Plug in, ask lots of questions, and stay close to the fire. Like, you know, be in with the community. Like, I've heard so many conversations around, you know, just what successful people do. Like, we've got such amazing people in this business that I never thought that I would be linking arms with people that are best friends with Tony Robbins, for instance. Like, and we get to have that in our business and learn and grow from that. Like, that to me has been like massive game changers for me, for me anyway.
Yeah, I know when we're in America, we got to have a photo with Tony Robbins. And, you know, most people
I did.
thousands and thousands of dollars to have that opportunity. You know, our whole team was there, and we got to have that photo. And, you know, it really is, you know, it's the people that we meet that, well, you know, I would have never had access to those people if it wasn't for this community, for this tribe. And yeah, I think, you know, absolutely, if you want to become successful, you need to hang around successful people. And people, because we are largely a product of our environment, and it rubs off, right? It rubs off. And yeah, I mean, we are truly blessed. So, Lee, yeah, thanks. It's been so awesome to have you on. And I'm so, you know, I'm so passionate about empowering everyday people to become entrepreneurs and live life on their terms. And I know that you have inspired so many women to change their lives and to what could be possible for them. You know, your story is very inspiring. Is there any last words or anything you want to share before we wrap it up?
No, I suppose just, you know, thank you for actually being there every single day whenever I needed it to lift me up. You know, as I said before, it's been 2 years today since I started. So today's a cool little anniversary. But, you know, also to my team, like, you know, they stick through it, and we've created those amazing friendships that I will have forever. So yeah, thanks for everyone for jumping on and listening to my story.
So guys, if you got value out of this video, hit the share button, share this with your friends, tag them in the comments below, let them know. And, you know, whether they, like, just, I think it really is, you know, it really is about just showing people what's possible. Showing people what's possible for their life. And that's what, if you have questions, please drop your questions in the comments below. We're open, we're transparent, we're here to help. We'd love to hear from you guys, and we'll get back to you in the comments below. It'd be awesome. I can still see people jumping on from all over the world. We've got Jane Khan there from Perth. Hey Jane, how's it going? Nicole says, happy anniversary. And it is. Today is the anniversary, right? That is so awesome, right? 2 years now. And what a journey, hey? And we are just getting warmed up. Like, seriously, we have big plans for 2018. I really feel like, you know, it's just been practice up until now. You know, we've really just been learning to walk, learning to crawl. And I'm excited because, you know, this thing is moving and we are looking for great people to link arms with. So if you feel like there should be more to life, if you feel like, you know, maybe you just like to, you know, create a little bit of extra income, have more fun, hang out with cool people, make an impact, then reach out to us. You know, drop in the comments below. Drop in the comments below, and yeah, we look forward to connecting with you. And yeah, it's awesome. Thanks for joining us, guys. That's it. Have a great night. Show Lee some love as you're jumping off. Guys, hit that love button. Show Lee some love. You know, she came out, she invested her time tonight. You know, we're not getting paid for this, but we're just getting paid in emotional revenue for helping people. That's what it's all about. That's why we're here. We're helping you to change your life too.
Awesome. Thanks, Laurie. Thanks for having us.
Thanks so much for jumping on.
See you tomorrow night at our little event that we have. Come and have a drink.
We sure will. Thursday nights. Love it. Bye.